Period. So yeah, Chris, you was just saying that like to be in this real estate market, you got to be dedicated 24/7. So like, what's a normal work week for you guys?
I mean, a normal work week, I mean, it's just whatever the business needs, you know what I mean? We don't necessarily put in hours, you know what I mean? We come, we do what we need to do, and, you know, it could be 10 o'clock at night. If there's something that needs done, like we got to run an offer or we got to, you know, make a call or something like that, that's what we do, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when you work for yourself, the business goes as you go, you know what I mean? So that's one of the things. We don't really have hours, but
I feel that.
We always grinding.
It's like 24/7. Like, you know, there's no dedicated time. There's no like, I could call Chris at 10 o'clock at night, like, bro, I just got an offer. Let's send this joint out. Let's get it to the buyer.
Right.
Let's get it to the seller. Like, we need to get this thing locked up. Like, we usually start off at like 6 in the morning, like 6:30, 6, 7 o'clock. I usually get a text message from him or Micah, like, hey, what's good? Da 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 da. And we just go in from there, like kind of like do like an overlay of the day. Like, what we got planned for today? Like today, we went to go look at a duplex down Oakland. It was a nice area, but they had a lot of problems. And we went in there, and it was like actually water running. There was a pipe busted, and there was 2 tenants living upstairs that didn't know nothing about it. So like, another thing about like being in the rental game is you want to have tenants that are going to keep you aware of problems at the property, because if that was my property and my water was running continuously like that, man, I'd be pissed, because water bills go high from like, you could have the smallest leak, and like if it's leaking 24/7, your bill could easily jump to $1,000, $2,000 in no time.
Right. I hear horror. I've heard a few horror stories from, you know what I mean, from owners, from homeowners who were, you know, or landlords rather, who, you know, were renting out their cribs, from people who, you know, were basically using the crib as a damn laundromat, like you said, with water and shit. They got neighbors and whatnot bringing their clothes up to wash them, and you guys are getting hit with a $1,000 water bill. You know what I'm saying?
With that bill.
Yeah. One of my homies, he bought a coin machine and put it in the joint, so you gotta pay to use it. You know what I mean?
I bet you your friends won't come over then.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a good amount of money I need to start in real estate?
0.
Yeah, like $100.
I hear that all the time. So there is some truth to that. Like, you can just get into it. You know what I mean? Like, I seen something today on IG. It was like, I listen to other podcasts and whatnot. You know what I mean? These dudes, and they were like, how to get your first deal on a waitress salary.
Yeah.
So, you know, working waitress, minimum wage, on tips and shit. Shorty was able to get her first rental. You know, I didn't listen to it, but, you know, I hear shit like that all the time.
That's how I started out working in the kitchen. I was working in the kitchen every day, 4 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night. And I had a 3-month-old son when I found my first deal. And I took him on every single property visit with me. So, you know, he's 3 months old. I'm riding around in the 97 Ford Ranger with the stick shift. So I'm riding around like this, like, and he's in the front seat because there ain't no back seat, and you know that car is but so big.
Grinding.
So anything's possible, you know. So
for sure.
People like, they don't go hard as they should, and you know they put limitations on themselves, and they're like, oh, I think I need $2,000. Oh, I don't know if I could do it, or oh, I think I need to go to this class. I think I need to buy his class. Like, to be honest, all you gotta do is get online, go in some books. And what helped me out a lot is I kind of shadowed somebody to start off, but it wasn't more like, you know, I'm following her around all day. It's I called him because I bought a property off him, and I found out that he made $6,000 off me. I'm like, damn, I got to the closing table. This is my first property ever. My brother found it on Craigslist. It was out in McKeesport. Sale price was like $9,500. And it was one of those deals. It was a creative deal where we that's how we like to purchase house, creative financing.
Okay.
And we purchased this one on seller financing is what they call it. So, you know, that's I think it was $3,000 down. So, and the rest was financed over 3 years. So I get to the settlement table and I see that the person selling me the house is not the actual owner. So I'm like, wow, you're not the owner? I signed the contract the whole time. I'm in the house, looking at the house. I actually never met the guy.
Who was selling you it then?
The guy's name was Jeremy. So what happens is you'll find a house on Craigslist, Facebook, and they'll give you a lockbox code. So you can go to the property, type in a lockbox code, and you got interest to the property. So you're in there, you like it, and a lot of people, this is what scares people, but this is like what separates, a real investor from someone that's scared to spend money. Like sometimes you got to take risk if you want to get rich in the game. Nothing's going to be 100% secure. That's why I'm not working 9 to 5 no more, because I took those risks to get to the next level and actually put some money up. Yeah, of course I was scared. I had a girl at the time. I was actually married, and I was scared. And she's like, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. I'm like, hey, I don't care what you say. This is what I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna keep flipping these burgers and getting burnt by this grease.
Right.
Yeah. So I took the step, and it wasn't like immediate success, because I bought the house. It was in McKeesport, Christie Park, on 25th Street, and it was a rough house. But I seen the beauty in it. The actual owner, was like 94 years old, living in the house by herself. And the house was beat up. All the walls were gone. There was, man, I'm telling you, no lie, there was trash filled up this high. But every day before work, I would go over there. Whether I had my brother, it was usually by myself, because people want to help, but they don't want to help when it's free.
When it's time.
They're like, oh man, I thought you was gonna pay me. So I'm like, all right, I'll buy you lunch. I'll get you some snacks or something. Like, I don't got money to give you. You my brother, so we gonna do this together.
We spoke about things to look out for when buying a house. So let's say I'm in real estate and I already bought the house. I'm ready to flip it. Is there things to look out from the selling point of view? Like, I know there's probably sharks out there that they might try to take advantage of a young dude who's selling a house who don't know how to sell a house.
Yeah.
So is there things to look out from the selling point of view?
Yeah, there's definitely things to look out for the selling point of view, and it's just basically the price. Don't accept nothing that you don't want to take. If someone offers you $100,000 for your house and you want 120, tell them no.
Yeah.
Only way you're gonna say yeah is if you're desperate for the cash.
Right.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a situation like that, a seller could call us, and we have our agent Micah, and he offer that protection. He'll make sure that you're getting exactly what you want.
Okay.
So,
is it best, if you get into this game, is it best to start off with like a multi-unit property, or do you think it's best to get into a single, or is it just whatever your money can really afford you to get into?
I would say it's whatever you could afford, whatever your money could get you into. Because some people are like, oh yeah, I'm not buying unless I could buy a duplex, and I'm not buying unless I could buy a 4-unit. But at the same time, you gotta have that 4-unit money. You gotta have money for them repairs, because you gotta think about it. It's not one unit that you're worried about. You gotta have the cash to cover everything else. That's 4 toilets, 4 furnaces, 4 hot water tanks. So. And like we don't use banks. We use straight cash. So when you're starting out and you don't have a line of credit, or you don't come from a family with money, I definitely start off small, test the waters, see how it is. Because you're gonna lose a lot more than you win.
Right.
And gotta take those losses and learn from them.
Speaking of losses, what's the biggest mistake y'all made in this real estate game so far?
Ooh, the biggest mistake. I'm gonna have to think on that. Like every day we make mistakes. Like we lose out on deals.
Offer too much. Sell
too soon. So sometimes, like just yesterday, 2 days ago, we had a house in Mount Washington for $80,000. We could have made $20,000 on it, but we're like, man, this dude got a solid cash offer, so we'll take the $7,000 profit any day over waiting it out for the $20,000. So we say a fast nickel beats a slow dime any day. Just like that.
Nice. With all the construction and shit that's going on in the city, I mean, I know y'all see it. You think there's going to be like a crash in the real estate game again, like there was at one point?
Crash.
I just see cats building shit. It's not getting rented out. It's not getting sold. You know what I mean? I'm on the east side, so Lawrenceville. We see how that neighborhood has changed over.
Crazy.
But it's still cribs, $780,000. Like, I'm just like, who the fuck is buying all these damn houses for at this ticket? You know what I mean? At this ticket.
Out-of-towners. That's when the gentrification comes into play, because nobody in the right state of mind, if you grew up in East Liberty, you're not paying $400,000 for a house that, you grew up on. That was the crack block when you was growing up. Right. I'm not moving back to the crack block for $400,000. I don't care how nice it is or who's living there. It's not, What
do y'all feel about the gentrification of their neighborhoods and whatnot? Like, just us losing the cribs and people moving in to cop them at a cheap price.
I think in general, our communities, man, we got a lot of catching up to do. You know what I mean? Because we didn't come up learning about finances. We didn't come up learning about real estate and investing. You know what I mean? And these other communities, they teaching them that from a kid, like how to have a business, how to what equity is, and how to acquire real estate and invest money instead of as soon as you get it, you go on and go blow it on some shoes or something like that. So we just got to change the mindset of our people and like really just teach ourselves to like invest in our communities and invest in putting our money into things that appreciate instead of depreciate. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We can't always be looking for the instant gratification, because like in real estate, it's not like an overnight like boom, I get the money. It's a process. Like you got to put the work in, you got to build it up, you got to build the foundation, make sure everything's good, go through all the legal work, and then you get the money. So, we don't get like instant gratification, and that's just something you got to train yourself for when you start investing. Like, don't look for that quick money, because it's there, it's definitely there. Like in the wholesale business, it's there, but then there's times when it's not going to be there, and that's what helps. Like that's what makes a lot of people quit like real estate that want to get into it, because they get into it, they watch those how to get rich videos, how to like you said, how to get your first property off a waitress's salary, and they're like, they make it look so easy and they make it look so simple, but they don't show the side about when you don't got the money to purchase. What do you do when your house catches on fire and you ain't got insurance, or what you do when the tenant's furnace goes out in the middle of the winter and you don't got $2,000, you don't got $2,000 to fix it.
Right.
Like then what do you do? They don't show stuff like that on the internet. But that's what we're here for. So we're basically bridging the gap from the people in our community and connecting them with the people that they need to be connected with to be successful.
Yeah, that's dope.
And we were speaking on the Homewood gentrification earlier. So like, have y'all guys been buying homes in Homewood recently?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like how it was like 15 years ago, how Homewood was known as this type of community. Now that it's kind of changed and they're trying to like remodel the housing and everything. Is there certain like problems or certain good things that y'all running into like with buying homes in Homewood right now?
There's still a lot of stigma to like buying homes in Homewood, because people, they look at it like, if you're talking to someone that's from Pittsburgh, they're like, oh my God, I'm not buying nothing in Homewood because it's Homewood. But then at the same time, we're pitching solutions to the buyers so they could have benefits, because there's this thing called the Opportunity Zone, which is throughout America, and it's basically to build back communities that are impoverished. And the census tract shows, the numbers show that these neighborhoods need improve. So we'll pitch to a buyer after we already purchased a property that makes people more interested in actually buying in Homewood. We'll tell them we could get you tax benefits. And what do rich people want? They want to avoid paying taxes. They want to avoid paying capital gains taxes. So if you invest your money into an Opportunity Zone and you keep the house for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, there's different benefits. If you keep it for 10 years in the Opportunity Zone, you'll get 100% free money. Basically, you won't have to pay capital gains. Yeah, but the only thing is you got to use capital gains to purchase the property.
What's capital gains?
Capital gains is the profit from something that you sold, like whether it's precious metal, real estate, bitcoins, stocks. So it's the gains. It's whatever you're gaining. It's the profit.
Okay.
You talk about investing. Are you guys invested in anything you said other than just the real estate? You said Bitcoin or stock market. Y'all fuck with that at all?
Not within the company, but personally, we do have our own investments.
Right.
And I played around in the crypto market. But it's just not something that I like, because I don't understand it. Yeah. It's so volatile. You could buy a Bitcoin for $4,000, it shoots up to $9,000 the next day. Then next thing you know, it's back down to $2,000, and then you lost out.
For sure.
So I never bought like a whole Bitcoin. I just buy like little bits and pieces. But then I told myself for like 2019, I'm just focused on real estate, because like I invested in a tow truck company. I bought a tow truck company, and it works. It's profit, but it's hands-on. I'm not looking to be hands-on in anything but real estate, because that's what makes me money, and that's where the most money comes from. And that's what I'm good at. So that's what I do, and I love it.
Do y'all rehab them yourself, or do y'all have crews? Or I mean, because I missed this part. You know what I mean? Are you going in the cribs yourself and rehabbing them, or you got homies who do it, or
we
teams?
do a lot of the work ourselves.
Okay.
And that's a big distraction. So we are looking for contractors. So if you guys know any contractors, have them reach out to us. And we're going to want to see some of their work, some of the stuff that they've done.
Hell yeah.
Talk to some of the people they did work for.
Hell yeah.
Because that's like one of the biggest problems is we're running into people that are contractors. And
say they're contractors.
Yeah, they say they're contractors. I ain't gonna drop no names right now on the podcast, but there's people that you'll run into.
Give it to them.
Hey, there's people you'll run into, and they'll take your money, and you're like, damn, this work ain't nothing like you said it was. There ain't nothing like that picture that you showed me with that marble bathroom. You come into the project like, oh damn, you said this is done. This ain't done. I'm not paying you.
Right.
Yeah, you got a contract. All my contractors, they're under contract.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's the only way that you can protect yourself. And never, this is my advice, never ever give anyone 50% up front. So if it's a contractor and they're like, we need 50% up front, don't do it. Because they take your money halfway through the project, they'll run out of money for material, then they'll be coming back to you like, oh, we need this.
We need more.
What we do is 33% up front, 33%, close to completion, then another 33% upon completion.
On the backside.
And it's a lot of money that's in other people's hands, and you just you don't want to put your money in someone else's hands, and because there's a lot of people that are on drugs that are contractors
for sure,
and they have workers that are on the drugs. I'm not saying they don't do good work, but you don't want to make yourself a liability,
right?
Because this is it costs a lot of money to rehab a property.
For sure.
New Wave Podcast, Steve, Chris, representing Greenwood Property Solutions. How can they get in contact with you for any questions, inquiries, anything?
The easiest way to get in touch with us is through the phone. You can pick up the phone, give us a call. We each have our personal numbers. You can call me at 412-701-1197, or you can reach me on Instagram at _crib flipper.
Word.
What about you, Chris?
Same here, you know what I mean? You could call me, 412-879-0016. Email Chris at greenwoodpgh.com. And of course, Instagram, you know what I mean?
With this real estate game, one last question. Where do y'all see yourselves in 10 years with the real estate game?
Laid up, making money.
Yeah.
just buying. We just going to keep buying and, letting the money make itself. So, in 10 years, realistically, I'll be 36. So I want to be able to, be out of the situation and remove myself from the business and be on the West Coast somewhere answering phone calls. Still doing business, but, I won't be as physical, as hands-on, so, it's just the benefits of it. Some people, they go forever. They work their business to the day they die. I don't want to be that person that's, forever in the business, working hands-on. I want to, be able to enjoy life, sit back, kick it with my kids, and
no doubt, that's a good life.
Food. In terms of real estate, is homes where all the bread's at? What about commercial?
Commercial real estate.
Yeah,
there's a lot of money in commercial real estate. We haven't really touched in the commercial real estate, but someone has just contacted us about 3 warehouses in the Homewood area, right along the busway, and we're trying to figure a way that we can make the most money out of it. Whether we wholesale it, we might put it on the market, or we might keep it and start the Greenwood community right there.
Yeah,
it's a block and a half, and the guy basically wants to give it to me for free, because if we could help him get rid of his $30,000 debt on another property, he'll give me these 3 properties. And just from being a trustworthy person in the community, I didn't have to pay any money to get this deal. Someone reached out to me, told me, hey, I know someone that has 3 warehouses. Here, Steve, take his number, give him a call. And just that easy. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy you say that. I bumped into somebody the other day, and because I've been thinking about getting into the real estate and whatnot, you know what I mean? And this dude was telling me, I don't know if this is legit. That's why I'm asking you. He was like, yo, if you find someone who's about to lose their crib, you can just go in and buy their crib, get them from underneath, underwater.
Yeah.
They sign it over to you, because if you get foreclosed on the crib, you ain't gonna be able to buy a crib for fucking long. But I mean, as a homeowner, and you get your crib taken away from you, you're not gonna be able to buy a house for a long ass time till you get your credit back. You're gonna be renting forever. Yeah. So essentially, dude was telling me, go in there, if they $10,000 behind on their mortgage, pay that 10, they sign the crib over to you, and they're gonna stay in the crib because they don't want to leave it anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what he told me he does. Is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal. The way you made it sound a little bit more aggressive. Than it is.
Dude was like, I don't know how he was finding them. He wouldn't give me that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Get the sauce out, but, so if somebody was going to foreclosure, we deal with foreclosure homes, so they would reach out to us.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm under. A lot of people had pride, so they're not going to tell you they need help. They're not going to tell you they ain't paid their bills for the last 6 months.
Right.
So we'll go over there, break the ice, and we'll figure out exactly what's going on, figure out how much is owed, and like if the house is $40,000 and they're in the hole, if it's worth $40,000, they owe $42,000, and they haven't paid in 6 months. There's a solution to that.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people are like, I just want to get out of here. I don't want to make no money. And I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, you want to make no money?
What we do?
Deal with us, and we'll give you some money anyways, so you could have some moving expenses.
For sure.
So, we don't want no one to walk away empty-handed. And so, and when you tell people stuff like that, they're like, oh, damn, these dudes ain't just coming to take my money. They're actually helping me. And, I have a cousin that owns a moving company. So I help you move your stuff out. You need somewhere to stay? We'll put you in an apartment.
Right.
We could credit you money from the sale and put it towards the apartment. Mm-hmm. So then there, you're not in the situation, I haven't paid my bills, I don't got no money, I'm getting foreclosed on, there's nothing I could do. We're offering you a positive solution. You're like, oh, damn, now I'm going to have a little apartment. Right. I got a little bit of money in my pocket. And, you're not, feeling like the scum of earth because you're getting foreclosed on. It's just like how you approach the situation.
For sure.
Yeah, pleasure talking to you.
For sure.
This was very informative, man. And this is very needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it again.
And let's double back in a couple months. You know what I mean?
That's cool for me.
Double back in a couple months, or do something different. Go on a crib. You know what I mean? Go inside a crib with you one time while you fucking.
You want to do that?
Looking at hell yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm with that.
And we can record it and talk about it.
Tell them about the YouTube series you got, man.
Yeah. Throw that out there.
We got a YouTube series that we're doing. It's just it's not really. Us trying to teach anything in the series or whatever. It's just, us documenting what we're doing and
the process.
Just following us and seeing what the process is to like building a real estate company. You know what I mean?
So it's a lot.
Yeah. It's more than meets the eye. A lot of people see. I know personally. I used to watch HGTV and all of that.
That's bull.
That's the worst thing to do. I feel like, man. It's the worst.
Our budget's $5 million.
Right. But I mean, it's just we trying to just show a different side of things, you know what I mean? And for people that want to get into it, we want to show, look, this is what we really be doing. Like,
every day.
It's not
day
just,
to day.
Sending a couple emails and picking up a check. Like, you got to really grind. You got to research.
Yep.
You got to know. You got to know what you're talking about.
You got to know your areas. You got to know the people in the areas. Like, we go out and we sweep through communities. We go knock on people's doors. We stopping at the new coffee shops. We want to know, like, if you're in the city, we want to know you. We want to know what you're doing. And at the same time, we want to let you know what we're doing and how we can come together and grow.
Right.
Like, that's major to us.
Period.
Word.
So New Wave Podcast, Greenwood Property Solutions, Steve and Chris. Get in touch with them. This was needed.
Y'all.
Appreciate it. It was a pleasure.
Solid guys, man. Fuck with them, yo. Fuck with them.